and welcome back to Second Take Movies, a podcast where we give movies a second look, a second chance, second take, if you will. I'm your host, Preston Jenkinson, and joining me again is Jake Twito.
For the last time.
I doubt that.
I cursed you with, Sky Captain way better than this. I'm redeemed.
I would probably say that I actually watched all of Sky Captain or most of it.
Happy to be here.
Because today we're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. And when I say we watched, I'd say I think we both just talked about that it was difficult for us to complete this movie.
Yeah, Stranger Tides is the wrong title. It's Desperate Tides. Someone wanted to make cash and said, "We'll just do this." No. I watched highlights, which pretty much called everything real, but it's hurting me so bad. My allergies are flaring up.
You're allergic to bad writing, I guess.
I'm excited to hear what you're about to say about positive reviews.
Okay. Well, first off, we'll do the synopsis of it. Jack Sparrow and Barbossa embark on a quest to find the elusive fountain of youth, only to discover that Blackbeard and his daughter are after it too. This is the first review that's made me mad. Okay.
Look,
and it's the positive one. So,
yeah. I did The Matrix, the fourth movie with you, which again, my fault. Terrible podcast, probably. I heard the review from that, and that one.
This is This is from Box Office Magazine. Peter Hammond. This is the perfect summer movie, and perhaps the best pirates of them all.
Peter Hammond, if he ever listens to this, is an imbecile.
Peter Hammond is a terrible person.
You know, when we get done with this, I'm going to look up everything else he's
done. And from Arizona Republic, Billy Goodycoonts, who's making a second appearance on this podcast 2 weeks in a row.
Booty Goodycoots?
Goody Coons.
I thought you said Booty Goodycoots. And I was
Goody
that's
Coons.
the taller name I've ever heard in my life. But
GOODYKOONTZ.
Yeah, whatever he says, I'm in for. I agree.
Depp's performance is still one of the few bright spots in the movie. Richards is back too, in an all too brief appearance as Sparrow's father. That's all he said.
All right, hey, that's positive. I mean, good for that guy. Like, he's trying.
Yeah.
Again,
it's so bad.
I think I said it before. Or said it. I don't know when, but this series should have ended when they ended it.
Yeah.
When Orlando Bloom exited and Keira Knightley left or whatever. This is a cash grab, man. And
definitely.
It just screams it.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I saw this in theaters. I remember the whole movie, remember everything else, but I don't know, maybe after recent years of action movies or anything else. I'm also, watching The Mandalorian right now, Book of Boba Fett.
The last two, fun fact.
Haven't seen this last episode.
I'm doing an episode on the Book of Boba Fett. It inspired me and another friend of mine. So,
look, if you're, and I'm on a huge side distractor, if you like to read, there is a great book series on Boba Fett and bounty hunters. I think it's called the Bounty Hunter Wars.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the book version of how he got out of the Sarlacc pit and everything else.
Yeah.
Doesn't line up with the show, but pretty good. Now, the writing on the show and the book, incredible. The writing on this movie are garbage trash.
Yes. God.
I mean, and I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of seeing Johnny Depp frolic around in a frilly costume and tipped. There's nothing good about I have nothing good to say. I have except Hans Zimmer. The score is incredible. I don't think there's a new song in this. I think it's all repeated.
It's all just the typical pirate theme stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a lot of garbage. So
but I think does it start out with Jack in jail?
No, it starts out with setting up the Fountain of Youth or Ponce de Leon's discovery.
That's right.
But then it goes straight to him in jail. But, like, I started this, the Ponce de Leon piece hit at the very beginning, and I went, oh, this movie's actually not that bad. It took that scene ending to him in jail for me to go, not him in jail. I don't know the guy's names. Gibbs in jail.
Gibbs is about to go
on
to jail.
trial for being him.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, this sucks. This is Disney trying to make enough money to buy Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's it. They just want cash to get more Marvel properties or Star Wars. They don't care.
And Jack Sparrow shows up as a judge.
Again, I'm going to repeat something constantly probably this whole time. This movie thinks you're an idiot.
It does.
You paid someone off, but who's going to believe this guy's a judge? Eyeliner, gold teeth, no.
He probably stinks too, and I'm pretty sure all those judges know each other.
Yeah, and you can nitpick movies, and you probably shouldn't, but I'm gonna nitpick it. Yeah, they know who the judge should be. There's probably one judge,
right? The one thing I will say about this movie is probably the only positive thing. Nobody else could play Jack Sparrow.
No, you know what? I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I love any of that. Johnny Depp plays that character perfect.
Yeah.
No one else could even remotely hit that. I mean, it's perfect. I mean, the fact I haven't seen a Pirates movie in I don't know how long. I'm not going to forget it, but it hit. Yeah. And I'm like, yep, I know everything about this movie. I know everything Johnny Depp's going to do. I know all his walks. That's remarkable.
Yeah.
To be able to be that, immediately everything about this character 2 seconds in. And I think that's Johnny Depp. I don't know if he's a good actor or not. 21 Jump Streets, he was phenomenal in back in the day.
It depends on what he's doing.
Yeah. I mean, this is up his alley. I mean, he's a character, but maybe that review's kind of right. If you want to talk positive, Johnny Depp did his best. He did great. But
after that, they for some reason he gets sentenced, and then he gets in the wagon with him to go to jail.
All right, look, I don't want to nitpick this movie.
I will.
Talk about the dumbest escape thing in the world. You're a judge. You got your buddy sentenced. You're going to get in this locked up thing with a guy you just paid off.
Yeah.
Man, what the heck?
What is this plan?
Dumbest premises. Why would you be a judge if you're just going to go hop in the wagon?
And the only thing it's there for is to set up, I've still got the map and this fountain of youth with these little turning little dials from the last movie.
Which if people listen to podcasts that I do with you, they could probably have a shot board or a tick board of any time I say Ex Machina.
Uh-huh.
This movie's nothing but those. We're going to save the day with this one thing. Or just to, forward the story. I don't know. It's just lazy. All of it. All of it feels super lazy. And even I watched a highlight reel of the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
The first Pirates of the Caribbean is really good.
It is an amazing movie.
I mean, I don't know. I guess it's
so
Hollywood.
Different when it came out. It was something totally different from everything else.
Which I guess you do something so different, it's so successful, everyone else does it. Now we're immune to it.
Yeah.
And then this movie comes out, and it's a worse version of its first and everything that imitated it. But yeah, that's to be dead honest, that's about the point where I said I'm not going to finish this movie. I can't. That's 20 minutes,
dude. This is probably not going to be a very long episode or a very detailed one because I had trouble paying attention.
And you know what? Right after, no, I'm skipping ahead, but it got paying attention. It was hard to keep up.
Yeah,
not in a good way. But they get captured, and
I think does he find his dad at the bar first, or does he go see the king?
Sees the king. He sees Harry Potter's abusive parental guardian. You know what? That guy's dead, I think.
Really?
I watched the Harry Potter catch-up thing, and I should have followed up before I said that, but I think that guy's dead. But you know what? Guys like him, though, in this movie, this is phenomenal. That dude's killing it. The little side actors.
He's just having fun.
Yeah, and he's getting paid.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and you get that Rude Ginsburg setup of like Johnny Depp's going to escape this. And they show him setting it up, and it's just the biggest slap in the face.
It's like, oh my God.
Why do I need to see him scoot a chair away? Who's going to unhandcuff a prisoner?
Because they eventually want him to just go find the Fountain of Youth. Because, of course, England wants it.
The real plot, what I heard about is they all want to see Stacy's mom. Fountains of Wayne, baby. Sorry.
Because
I figured I'd do that now and get it out the way before I accidentally slip up.
But we find out that Barbossa is now a privateer in the employ of England.
Not looking to poke my chest out or be egotistical, the stunt choreographer for this, I've talked to before.
Okay.
From going through sound effect work or cinematography stuff, either the guy that's mainly in charge, but this is really coming from someone on his team. Apparently, Johnny Depp wanted to do, he had certain ideas. And in the past year, I don't know why this movie came up. Probably because it's garbage, but probably because I'm trying to set them up. Like, if you go on Corridor Crew, let me know. Like, if I can come hang out with you, I want to see it. Because I got to plug Corridor Crew whenever I do a podcast.
Absolutely.
With you. I was like, well, what is up with all the setups in this movie? It's all stupid setups. Like, you see everything happen. Like, you watch John Wick, you don't know what's about to happen. You see it happen and you go, oh, that was awesome. This one, they set it up. It's supposed to be awesome. It's not. It's like Johnny Depp. I think this is still a Buckheimer movie. It was produced.
No, this was Rob Marshall. This was when Rob Marshall took over.
Okay.
And I think Gore Verbinski does the next movie.
They had decisions that said, we need to do this and this. And it's like, from a stunt point, it's not clean. It's choppy. And, I mean, you see it right away. That whole scene. Preston, this is going to be a long episode at this point. We're on the first stupid action scene, and I'm nitpicking like Johnny Depp kicks a daggum croissant up into a freaking light thing.
Into a chandelier.
There's so maybe this is the Pirates of the Caribbean. I don't know. There's so many stupid small things that don't matter. They're not funny. They're not cool.
Yeah.
They just do it.
Yeah.
But there's probably somebody that loves it. It's not me. So, each his own. This whole scene they set up, though. I mean, like, when you really look at it, they set it up to show, I don't know, Hector Barbossa, Captain Barbossa, whatever.
He makes his grand entrance into the movie.
The only reason all this happens.
Yeah.
You could have done that so many better ways, but instead, this little fluff nugget shows up with his bummed out leg. And I don't know. This movie, it's like when Star Wars came out, the newer movies, you did fan service. You showed out some random crap. This movie doesn't deserve fan service. Quit doing stuff for fans. Like, the movie came out less than 10 years before. No one cares.
But again, I think Jeffrey Rush is great as Barbossa too. Like,
yeah,
those two together are awesome.
I
just wish they were in a better movie.
Yeah, I think some movies we've talked about before, I think this kind of falls in the same suit. The story sucks so bad. The actors are incredible. They're giving everything. Even Penelope Cruz, who I thought it was Selma Hayek, and then I went, nope, that's Penelope Cruz.
No, I know Penelope Cruz and Selma Hayek. That was Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, I figured that out too.
And then she drags her husband into the next movie.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Really?
Javier Bardem is like the villain of the next movie.
Oh, God. Yeah, that's right. Sorry. I got the order out incorrectly, but I don't know. This is I know this is, you can end the podcast here. This movie, fantastic actors.
Yeah.
Awful writing, which I think at this point is a Disney movie.
Well, it was always Disney.
Yeah, and I think that actually, honestly, that stands true. You look at the Star Wars sequels, almost said prequels. It's a lot of really good people, bad concept.
Yeah, because also Dame Judi Dench just plays a bit part of a woman in a cab.
Dude, that woman just gets her boobs motorboated and she's out of the movie. I forgot about her being in this, and it made me mad because she is one of the most wonderful actresses. And
It was one of the few times I was paying attention.
Dame Judi Dench. That holds a lot. No, she gets motorboated once more and is left unfulfilled.
Left
this
wanting,
movie
as they
sucks
say.
because no one pleased Judi Dench.
Johnny Depp, you owe Judi Dench another go around. The Pirates of the Caribbean score is good, but there's nothing different. It's just copied and pasted the music into this.
Every single scene when it gets going to a point, it's like this. Like every scene. I was making tally marks while watching the movie I did watch and then the recap stuff. I mean, it was like 30 something times the theme hits. I don't know. There's more.
Write something down. Some different. I don't even think they had a composer. They were just like, "Hey Hans, can you just like send over the files for the?"
So when you told me we were doing this movie, I called a couple people because I wanted to figure out like, was there you can get a composer credit and then you can get I can't remember the right word. It's like a soundtrack credit.
Yeah,
you get a soundtrack credit. You didn't make anything for the movie. They used your music, and I couldn't find the legal. Did Hans Zimmer compose this, or was
he composed the original Pirates theme?
And that's where it gets really gray. But I'm pretty sure there's no new music in this.
Probably not.
Which, whatever. That doesn't matter. I mean, that music is incredible. Yeah. It's overused in this, but
yeah. But after his grand escape through the Rube Goldberg escape method, he ends up at a bar where he's trying to recruit people. And
his dad, man.
Keith Richards shows up as his dad again. Okay.
Also, yeah, Keith Richards can't act. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
Like, do more cocaine, buddy. Like, that's what you're good at. I mean, not acting. And you can play guitar pretty good, I guess, but you're burnt out.
Well, the only reason he's in these movies is because Johnny Depp based his performance off of Keith Richards.
I'd be embarrassed if I was Keith Richards.
Yeah.
But you know what, though? It did make me happy when he popped in. I went, oh, awesome. That's great. So I'm
also,
knocking
aren't
him.
You like, in the previous movie, he was like the keeper of the code. Aren't you supposed to be in like a fortress somewhere?
Well, bingo. Like, this movie just retcons the whole series.
Yeah.
Not that I keep up with the series, but
I know the first three movies pretty well. I actually like those.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? There is a solid story points, solid acting, great CGI.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, some random third party bought the IP and did it. So
y'all want to do another one? Okay.
Y'all want to make like, I don't know, $50 million real quick? It lost money.
Johnny, you want another 30 mil? We know you got that wine problem. So
hey, this girl's going to cut your finger one day and you're not going to be wanted anymore. But hey, right away, they get in that bar.
Yeah.
And they found out the imposter Johnny Depp.
He's Penelope Cruz.
God, dude, you're so good. Every time, the past two, I've heard accents. I've heard some, imitations. Penelope Cruz. I mean,
that's that theater minor coming out.
Boy, this is grade A. Give me Judi Dench real quick though.
Dame Judi Dench. No, that's Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith is more like this.
I thought it was like 007.
Dame Judi Dench.
007.
I'm a national treasure.
I have an announcement for you, 007. God, if you've got anybody in Britain that listens to this, they're gonna just drop this.
It's like 1%. Who cares?
In that case, hello, Governor.
If you ever get a chance, go on YouTube and search Tracy Ullman show Judi Dench. She has this sketch of Judi Dench going through a store and like shoplifting, and she's like, "I couldn't have been stealing anything. I'm a national treasure."
Hello, bruv. I'm gonna look that up. Hey, and you know what? But again, like I said, people like her showing up made me say, "This is intriguing. Like I'm into this. This is great."
They've got money.
I mean, it ends. You don't get. I mean, the guy. God, I should remember his name. Snatch is one of my favorite movies, and Tommy from Snatch is in this.
That's on my Netflix queue. I gotta watch that.
You haven't watched Snatch?
Mm-mm.
That's probably Guy Pearce's best. Not Guy Pearce. Guy
Ritchie.
Ritchie, thank you. Yeah. Guy Pearce is a good actor, but
it surely wasn't King Arthur.
Did you do that?
Huh?
Have you done that movie?
No.
Good, because I'd never do this again if you did. Sorry. So
it's got some good points, but
it does. Yeah, the worst fight scene in the world: Penelope Cruz and Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
makes out with himself. Dope, bro.
Yeah, like with the mustache on and everything. We get the metaphor.
Awkward. But I mean, all that it's just so like the logic is so stupid, and you know,
just to get on a boat and get out to sea.
And I kind of thought about it for today. I went, you know, I guess this is a kids movie, but there's so much like sexual, innuendo and stuff. Like this isn't a kids movie.
No,
but they're treating it like it's a kids movie.
It was PG-13, but I mean, but they end up on. She like gets them. Somehow they get on Blackbeard shit. I don't remember how they either got drunk and ended up there, or who knows.
She has that ship, and they don't. It's not revealed it's Blackbeard's daughter yet.
Yeah, not yet.
So they just escape out of there on. Man, if I pull this out my butt and I'm right, I get everything. Queen Anne's Revenge.
There you
That's
go.
Blackbeard's ship. So
there's a good South Carolina boy that knows his history.
Yeah, man, I love. You can cut this out. My name's Butt Party in this little thing, and I almost said, "Yeah, I know about butt pirates. I know all about." Yeah, but it's ridiculous because they present this whole like voodoo part. I don't know. Maybe this is Pirates of the Caribbean thing, but Blackbeard,
the quartermaster and the first mate are like voodoo zombies.
Which I mean, like maybe two of the Pirate Caribbean's movie before. There's a believable thing. There's a followable like, yeah, I can follow with these dead guys. No, the first movie even the two gullible goofs that you really like.
They kind of have that like with that Crumb guy.
Yeah,
he's like one half of that, but there's not another guy to play off of. So it's just,
but it's
Scrum or Crumb, or I can't remember. I think it's Scrum, but
it's like Jack gets thrown aboard there. I think even against his, and once he figures it out, we don't understand it. Yeah, and it's comical because then you get the like, oh yeah, Blackbeard hates Barbossa. Apparently, he killed I was like, oh well, I guess we see how this is going to be, and they give the prophecy of. Blackbeard's gonna die by a one-legged man. Well, yeah, we've only seen one guy with one leg.
It's the one-legged man. Ian McShane. For those of you who have seen John Wick, he plays the manager of the hotel.
John Wick. Don't ever do that on here because it's perfect.
This is a perfect series of movies.
Yeah, Matrix, suck it, go John Wick. But you know what, man? Like, again, I watched chunks of this movie fully. Full transparency to anyone listening. I looked at highlights. I did watch the chunk here because I said the highlights skipped everything. There's nothing. Nothing happens in this movie but like word vomit garbage. Just like it's just pirate lingo. You gotta get the chalices. You gotta do this. Here's, you know, I don't know. To me, like this movie, one of the pain points is they jump between two different holds, like the Barbossa party, I almost said Jack Black party, because of the Black Pearl.
That's a different movie.
Dude, if Jack Black was in this, it'd be better. Yeah, you know, it's all good. Johnny Depp loves it. He doesn't matter. We're just
But with no Elizabeth or Will, we have substitutes with a little English missionary and
Finnick, man. Isn't that Finnick? Isn't that the guy from Hunger Games?
Yeah, the from district.
Yeah, handsome mermaid boy in the Hunger Games.
He's from the water district.
Which I want to pose. What made this interesting for me is I said, okay, this movie is a prequel to those. Ooh. He's in love with a mermaid, and then he becomes the like water boy, trident flipper. Makes this movie better.
So not when she like takes him down that hole at the end, they're going to District 8 or 9 or whatever that.
She's going to go show him a trident, and I'm not just winking at you and saying that. But she trains him into it, and it's like you're going to go to the Hunger Games and just. But
yeah, that was they obviously couldn't get Orlando Bloom and Keira Knightley, so they were like, I don't know, a missionary and a mermaid.
Sam Claflin, that's his name.
You pulled that out of nowhere.
I love Hunger Games. It's great, and you know I think that actor, even in this movie, a lot of like half the people. I don't want to like bash people. The actors are great. They're doing their part. They're doing it. It just sucks.
Yeah, none of this movie is the actor's problem.
No.
They're just doing
except Keith Richards
on the paper.
I just want to attack Keith Richards. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, they give the whole weird like you need to put a mermaid's tear in this, and it's gotta I don't think they give it has to be a fresh mermaid's tear right away or not. But like. Right away, problem in this movie, these mermaids like kill everybody.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden they leave this ship alone. And they eventually make it to the island where all this bullcrap happens.
Yeah.
And then the mermaids kill the ships.
Why is Blackbeard in this movie?
Blackbeard's the pirate, Preston. I don't know if you know that. But Blackbeard's the pirate.
But he was one of he was an actually real pirate.
Right, but he's legendary. He's a pirate. What's your problem? This is Pirates of the Caribbean. He was a pirate.
Come up with somebody else.
Look, I'm going to tell you something right now. I had to separate fact from this because Ponce de Leon's buried in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
This whole movie...
unless they're telling me that the Fountain of Youth, they sailed to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, definitely didn't. They find Ponce de Leon's body... and he interacts with them, whatever else. Like, that guy's historically buried in Puerto Rico, I think. And if I'm wrong, I'm awful. But I'm pretty sure my South Carolina pirate knowledge.
I think Blackbeard's buried down there in Charleston somewhere.
Yeah.
After his head got cut off and his body swam around a ship 3 times.
His butthole's buried in Charleston. God, I'm so mature. Sorry. And man, I feel like I just skipped you to so much. But no, before I skip too much, you see where the Black Pearl is.
Mm-hmm.
It's in that dumb bottle.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, man. You watch a Pirates of the Caribbean movie for Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow, all this crew. You didn't have it anywhere in this. And then you see the Black Pearl, and I saw it. And I went, I'm going to stop this highlight thing I'm watching. Watch the movie at this point. It's about to really happen. Because I forgot stuff. No. They revisit it at the end.
Yeah.
That's it.
Because they, to get to the island, they get on this boat, and then all these mermaids start swimming around, and everyone starts getting enthralled. And they start singing a song about this Johnny Sailor Bold. And into the water, and oh no, the mermaids are demons, and somehow they stop them with a light in a tower. I forget how.
I can't remember, and it was useless.
Yeah,
I remember seeing what happened, and I went, okay, sure.
For some reason, they know they need a tear of a mermaid, so they kidnap one of them.
I think when they kidnap the mermaid, they have to stop because I think they're going to hurt her, so they just lay off. Which maybe that's why they didn't kill the boats, but
speaking of which, I think that girl is actually in the Guy Pearce King Arthur movie. Not Guy Pearce. I did it again. Guy Ritchie.
If I can pull this out my butt, I really do get an award. It's Astrid something. It's a French.
Yeah, she looks like some kind of French Dutch girl or something.
Yeah, no, she. Hold on. Sorry. Don't edit this out. Enhance. Yeah, no, she was in King Arthur. She was a mage. It was a minor role.
It was like kind of hinted at that, like she was the daughter of Merlin or whatever.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Astrid Burgess for... God, boy, I'm from South Carolina. Astrid Burgess Frisbee. Baby. Yeah. And you know what? Again, great actress. That was great. All that. I went, yeah, they're acting hard. I'm cool. You got a crap script, but...
So
wait, okay. Let me ask you, hypothetically, I know where we're at.
Yeah.
How many minutes are left in this movie at this point?
I think it's like another hour.
We're halfway. We're
hour
like
and a half.
I kept making points and notes here. This movie is too long. It's an hour and 37 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's a movie of, again, like nothing. The story of Pirates of the Caribbean ended. This is a side movie.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't they make this thing just like a trippy Captain Jack Sparrow getting drunk doing random crap? Like,
that's kind of what this is, but
touche.
That doesn't necessarily make it a good movie.
But they get the freaky, which is kind of hilarious. I was like, they put this mermaid in this thing. She can't breathe. She's gonna die
because they like, oh, she's a fish, so she breathes water, right?
Yeah, but later, I mean, it's so funny. Like they take her out and she grows legs, and it's like, yeah, that's the mermaid.
There's the not too subtle symbolism of the missionary goes over there and opens up the thing somehow with a sword or whatever, and they take that out, and then he shoves his Bible in so she can. I'm like, okay, we get it.
You're trying slightly too hard to make this make sense.
Yeah.
And you know what? I went back and looked. I think this was a turning point for Disney. A little bit. They still make garbage like this. But they started saying, yeah, you know what? We can just be bullcrap. We can just really lay into, like, there's no logic. We don't need to present it. And it be stupid. Like this. Like, they try and logic everything.
Then the excuse is, oh, well, it's just a little fantasy pirate movie. Yeah, but
I'm going to tell you, I feel terrible sometimes when I do this podcast with you because the whole theory of this movie, or podcast, check it again. Nah, man, don't do this one. I'm going to go and say it again right now. Don't
do it.
Ended at the third. Forget the rest. Just,
I wouldn't even say,
hey, great podcast. Hey, thanks everyone for coming out next week. We're going to watch, God, I can't come up with a bogus movie, but this is when Barbossa, they capture Jack or something, but they make a deal with him for the stupid magic compass and all that. Like, they
kick him off of a cliff because they need to figure out how to get to the other side, and he somehow knows that they need to get to Ponce de Leon's ship, which is there, and for some reason they kick him off a cliff.
Hold on, sorry. Gibbs, guy at the beginning, is on the ship with the Barbossa. He stole the charts.
That's right.
And they burn it. How did this dude memorize this bullcrap? Like,
he's Gibbs. He can do whatever.
Well, he's dope. I love that character. Yeah. I'll follow you. You're right.
Yeah.
But sorry, I just love, like, I memorized everything. All right.
Like, I memorized every chart on that map there. Yar.
Look at my fake beard. I put spirit glue on my face and stuck hair on it.
Frightful bad luck, Captain. Frightful bad luck.
You ever worn a fake beard?
Have I ever worn a fake beard? No.
Yeah. Like put spirit glue and...
Nope.
You've never lived, man. You'll probably cut this out, but boy, hey, what a great moment. No one ever's lived. Younger in life, I used to do plays or goof off. Went to a costume shop, spirit glue, fake beard that looks realistic. Whole time I watched this, I went, is that a fake beard?
No, I think I just had those mutton chops out for these movies.
I mean, this is probably his only movie.
Yeah.
So
somehow Barbossa is in the ship because the chalices are there. Somehow they know the chalices are there too. There's these two chalices that we find out later. One takes life and one gives life to somebody else. That's how
and the whole time too.
Works.
They say it in the beginning, and you kind of see it. The Spaniards are doing stuff. But again, it's this weird plot point where, like, they're doing stuff. They make a point to be like, we're going to the right place. Look at them. Spaniards are going on.
The Spanish pass them by and is like, oh, they're not worried about us.
Yeah. So, yeah. There's too much in this movie.
Yeah.
For what this thing is, maybe I said it earlier or reference, there's just too much crap.
Yeah.
But like where I accidentally skipped to, they keep his magic compass or whatever else for bargaining.
Yeah.
And Jack has to go get the chalices with Barbossa or whatever from the Spaniards. And they get them.
Mm-hmm.
But also, funniest thing in the world, I mean, they reveal why he's got a leg missing. But them drinking out the leg, more of that.
Yeah, like that was pretty great.
Pirate debauchery that I want to see. Like, I don't know. When I was a little kid, I was like, yeah, there's pirates that had the big peg leg. There's nothing but rum in there. It was.
To also mention that Blackbeard uses his sword to drive a ship because that's a thing later.
Yeah, I don't.
It's a magic ship.
Oh, God bless America, buddy. As soon as that magic ship. This isn't Mario Brothers or the Chris Pratt, buddy. This is Johnny Depp.
Like something a 6-year-old came up with. It's a ship, and then you take the sword out, and you push forward, and it goes forward.
Yeah, I'm like, I hate to be this crude, and it's a joke, but what writer or director was going through a divorce, and their kid was like, Dad, what I think is going to happen is this, and he's like, bingo, my kid will love me when I do this. He's mine.
It's a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe this is... I should rewatch the original Pirates of the Caribbean. My brain's like, they're great. Why didn't they go more realistic with this crap? Like, I know we've fought Davy Jones as a squid man and whatever, but...
Because Will is running around as Davy Jones now.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
And I'll say this. When they lost those two people in this movie, I missed them. I thought they were annoying as fire. And now I'm going, they were that standing place.
Yeah.
But...
So, the Spanish find Barbossa and Jack in the ship, and they take them and the chalices, and then somehow they meet back up with the other crew. I don't know how. They've strapped down the mermaid, and they're trying to get tears from her.
Yeah, and she's going to die.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, it's not funny, but I laugh so hard. Like,
mermaid death. Who cares?
This mermaid's going to die. They stick her, and she gets in a pool, the missionary.
For some reason, they don't like sun. Like vampires, I guess.
Yeah, I want to suck your blood. God, I almost made you have to edit something. Philip talks to her and like professes his love, and then I just love the throwaway thing of like, we're getting our tears. They're tears of happiness. They're more potent.
Yeah, how do you know?
Yeah, shut up. And they drag her off.
Yeah,
and I drag him off, and I'm like, dope. He's out of here. Good for him, but. The twist of the movie, the Spaniards decide that this fountain, they go from here, they find the fountain of youth, they all, everyone collides. The Spaniards are like, this is abomination of God, killing it all.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
because everybody shows up at the fountain, and you have to go through this little portal where you go up into the ceiling, and then it's stupid, but
yeah. The description for the podcast on this for you is, this is stupid.
That's going to be the first sentence of the description. This is the worst. It's dumb.
Do you remember this? And I had to watch clips of the movie from here. Why does Jack care so much about the compass? Because he keeps on being like, I got to get that back.
In the next movie, it's revealed that... I don't know if it's established or not, but it's supposed to point to whatever you want most in the world.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. That was established in the second movie,
and then they tried to change it to something else in the next movie, and I forget.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that makes more sense. But it's like, Jack, what do you care about? I can't do a good Keira Knightley, but Keira Knightley.
Jack,
listen to this.
What do you care about? You got to use your teeth.
Look at my breasts. Jacques. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean. Doesn't she show him boobs? And I mean, like, we don't see it, but
I don't know. You're thinking of a Funhouse video where.
I've seen that. Oh yeah,
Elise did that.
Killer, and I tried to follow it back. Like, doesn't she flirt with Jack in the third one?
She manipulates him into tying him to the ship at the end of the second one, so the Kraken takes him down.
No, and I'm wrong. I saw that Funhouse video and went, yeah, that's what happened. She showed him boobs and he got tied up. No, they just made that up and it's brilliant. So my apologies. This went from PG to PG-13.
Yeah, but
also, hold on. You can leave this in. This movie's PG-13.
Yeah.
That mermaid had no nipples.
It was a constant hair covering.
You see you see a full boob at some point, and there's no nipple.
Yeah, it's like
I'm just like a pervert in this.
Constant. They just show it like it's just out in the open the whole time. Like they're just kind of teasing it.
I mean, I'm not saying I want to see it, but I'm saying like this is weird.
Yeah.
At one point, like I picked out like this looks tacky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll never come back on this again. I'm gonna get on some list. But Barbosa. He has the sword.
Yeah. Of course, it's like a cliche thing. Blackbeard gets shot or stabbed by Barbosa because
it's prophecy,
and the prophecy is fulfilled. Yeah. And then Barbosa claims the Queen Anne's revenge, and all those jokers leave. And of course, Penelope Cruz wants to save Blackbeard's life, but Jack switches the cups on her.
Yeah,
and he drops her off on an island at the end.
I watched all of it fully. I don't know what I watched. And it's not because I missed stuff. The ending is just so garbage.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, I guess it's the whole thing's like Jack Sparrow's saving his love, killing her dad with it to save her. But, man, this thing just ends. And maybe there's something I missed, but like all of a sudden Gibbs is like, yeah, Jack Sparrow, I love him. Here's your compass.
Yeah.
Worked just the way you said it would.
Hardy Keith Richards is in a band that loves dancing.
That's Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. Never to be watched again.
You know what, man? This could have been a good movie.
It could have.
When you told me this is what we're going to watch, I immediately said, ugh. And then I said, maybe I'm wrong, honestly. It made a lot of money.
Yeah.
It paid for Star Wars. I mean.
Yeah. Well, they bought Star Wars 2 years later, but yeah.
Yeah. I just think this was supposed to be we're going to create a brand new good villain. You're going to love this. Yeah. It's not.
It's a legendary pirate.
No.
1 out of 10. Would you watch this again? I think it's a 1 out of 10.
Would you give just not to beat a dead horse? Would you give Sky Captain again?
I don't even remember.
I think it was like a 4 out of 10. Preston, This is worse than Sky Captain.
I think it was, honestly.
No.
I think I watched more Sky Captain than this.
I think the worst thing this movie has, it's a bad movie. It's not bad enough to be funny bad or good bad. Sky Captain sucks. There's parts where it's just, you're going to watch it. But
never watching that movie again.
This one as well. And Preston, I'm going to go and tell you right now, if you do the next movie, I'd do it with you. But, not happily.
I honestly think the next movie is an improvement on this.
I've seen it.
Watchable.
Well, they get back Will and
they show up at the end, but
yeah, that's right. Just at the very okay, I take it back. But they're making another one right now, aren't they?
They're doing a Jack Sparrow movie without Johnny Depp, I think.
Which straight away, the first thing you and I agreed on here, Johnny Depp's Jack Sparrow.
But there was
it's not like Harry Potter.
Right.
It's not like that. Grindelwald, dude, Mads Mikkelsen, their recast, way better.
Yeah, he should have been in it the whole time. But there was a female Pirates movie that they announced a few years ago. It was Lupita Nyong'o, Margot Robbie, Zoe Saldana.
Oh, you're talking about the Ghostbusters 20s. Sorry. No, I remember that. But you know what? I saw Margot Robbie, and I said, this could be good.
Yeah.
I remember seeing it and going, all right.
I'd watch her read a phone book, honestly.
And you know what? That's an actress, man. She is 10 out of 10. Did you know that I think this is the first movie since Avatar? Whatever film, and I looked this up earlier, so I'm probably butchering it. They used some filming technique that Avatar invented. It's the first movie that used it since it. And it's like, this was supposed to be huge. And I think this is probably the most expensive film ever made.
It might be.
Or one of the most. Like, I think it's like $400 million.
Justice League came close with like the reshoots and everything. So,
I mean, I think this movie made $1 billion. So they get paid it back. So they made another one. But I'm pretty sure this was probably the most expensive movie filmed, especially at its time, at least.
Could have been with marketing and everything. But.
Yeah. Oh, that's... I don't get it.
Thanks for coming back and torturing
always
yourself with
anytime. Do I trust you less in life? Yes. Sure, if I have to see Shock and Keira Knightley, catch myself on the next comment.
Hopefully the next episode will be the Boba Fett series. I'm trying something with TV shows.
Look, I'll flat out tell you do Boba Fett. That's, I don't know if this will make it or not. We've talked about it in text message and stuff, like Mandalorian, Boba Fett. If they did the Star Wars sequels this way, God, man, they'd have killed it. Like Favreau, that whole team.
I have mixed opinions about the Book of Boba Fett, but
I do. Mandalorian I like more.
Yeah.
I have mixed opinions. I'm gonna assume if they have a second season, it'll be way, way more defined.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of it's like Mandalorian was its own standalone new character. Boba Fett, he's got a history. I'm a nerd, I guess. I read all the books of his lore, and they didn't follow it. They kind of made him a weenie.
Yeah.
But
all right,
way better than Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Way better than Keith Richards. I mean,
yeah. That's the end of this episode. You can follow the show on social medias at Second Take Movies. If you have a suggestion, you can send that to secondtakemoviespod@gmail.com. And hopefully I'll see you next week with the Book of Boba Fett.